What's going on, guys? We are live the night before. I don't even know what you want to call it. The night of, I guess, UFC Fight Night Singapore, Max Holloway versus the Korean Zombie Jung. We can talk about predictions for that. And really, you guys know how it goes. The stream, we might start talking about fights. We might start talking about beating people to death with shillelaghs. We might start talking about Ian Gary fan clubs. We may start talking about, who knows? I can't even think of something else. But whatever you guys want to talk about, throw it in the chat like always. That's what we do. That's what we do. Whatever's in the chat, we'll talk about. But it is the night of Max Holloway versus the Korean Zombie. I'm going to be up watching. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream. I may stream. I may not stream. I haven't decided yet. Because I'm going to be really annoyed if I stream and like 3 people show up because nobody's watching the card. So I'm like 50-50. The prelims start at 5 a.m. Eastern. Main card starts at 8. I don't know. But here I am yet for another stream. Another stream for you guys. And I put out a video that I recorded last night. UFC 293 is horrible. Which it is. So it is out. It is out. We had a lot of, I mean, that's not really unpopular, but we had 2 very unpopular videos this week. Cut Wonderboy Thompson, which actually wasn't as unpopular as I thought. And Ian Machado Gary exposed Neil Magny at 292, which he did. So we've been having a good, fun week. Anyway, whatever you guys want to talk about, throw it in the chat. Give me 1 second. But yeah, for whatever you guys want to discuss, I might have missed some things. I don't know. I haven't been paying super close attention. I've been busy today. I haven't been paying super close attention to, there might have been some, there's nothing big. There's nothing big in terms of announcements. But I'm sure there might be stuff that I possibly missed. Yo, Joey, what do you want to be when you grow up? I asked because of your last video on the Oz fight card. Why is it bad, or do you think, or do you think, and do you think the UFC has to build stars everywhere on Earth? It's just poor planning by the UFC, I think, is what it is. Dude killed it already. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm taking a nap when I get home and wake up and stream the main card. Why does the UFC do it to us? I see. I'm pulling a fries. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. I'm missing out. I'm mistaken today. What's going on, TMC Tuesday? Me and Andy are going to hold it down in the cord tonight. Fair enough. Hold it down in the cord. Joe, what's good, my friend? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing excellent. We're about 12 hours away from TKZ getting retired by Max. Yeah, we're roughly. Hot take, if you deleted welterweight, I don't think a lot of people would really mind. Dude, at this point, I don't care about welterweight at all. I mean, it's just a shit division that nobody fights each other in. Some dumbass got mad at me for saying Tuivasa should be co-main event of pay-per-view because he's a UFC star. Well, then he's a fucking clown. Too many people take MMA way too seriously online and cry, oh, you shouldn't have said this. You shouldn't have. Like, you do realize we can all get along and still have different opinions, right? Like, some people take MMA way too seriously. Like, I love the sport of MMA. I'm a die-hard MMA fan that watches almost every single fight, every single Saturday, and have for roughly 13 years. 13 years I've been doing that. Roughly. Because the first year, I wasn't watching every single fight. But regardless, like, I don't get emotional thinking about these guys. Like, some people are genuinely emotional about this shit. Like, how dare you say Wonderboy Thompson needs to get cut from the organization? How dare you say UFC 293 isn't good? Like, God forbid you have an opinion that is counter to their opinion. That's craziness. And there's so many people like, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Well, so I'm not allowed to complain about anything I buy? I'm not allowed to complain about anything that I buy. So if I buy a car and it ends up having problems, I'm not allowed to complain about it. If I buy a house that ends up having problems, I'm not allowed to complain about it. If I buy a microphone and it ends up having problems, I'm not allowed to complain about it. If I pick your mom up on the corner and purchase her services and she's not very good, I'm not allowed to complain about it. Like, what? These people are fucking clowns. They're Dana White sycophants and they're brain dead. So, if you don't like it, don't talk about it. Well, we're talking about the sport in general, you know? We're talking about the sport in general. We're allowed to have complaints and we're allowed to have opinions. Everyone is. I welcome everyone to have an opinion. Just because you don't agree on everything doesn't mean you can't get along. I don't understand why there's so many people who are so emotionally connected to these fighters. You know, they're so emotionally connected. They don't know these people. They don't know these people. I used to be far more emotionally connected back in the day. Really, Anderson Silva, Robbie Lawler. Primarily nowadays, the only real emotional connection that I have to most fighters is like me rooting for a certain guy because I find a fan base annoying. That's the gist of my emotional attachment for the most part. Or I'm looking at the future of the division and I think, okay, this is better for the division. Something along those lines. I'm not, you know, praying this guy wins or praying that guy wins or, you know, touching myself to, oh, this guy generates so many YouTube views on YouTube and he's a star, or this guy has certain political beliefs and I really like him. Like, it's literally MMA. It's literally a sport where grown men are getting into a cage and fighting each other and taking each other's brain cells. It's really not that serious. It's really not. But some people are so upset about that type of stuff. You know? It's beyond bizarre. But that I'll die on that hill. UFC 293 straight up garbage. So, I knew that was a long answer, but you get my point. Ty is a draw. Yeah, he is. Sure. In Australia, maybe. How many times will O'Malley defend before he loses? I'll say once. If I wake up at 8, I can probably catch the last 3 fights. Not worth getting up early. Fair enough. Fair enough. UFC got us Americans on the UK grind. Yeah, I don't even know what the time would be in UK. So you don't know. Do you know if you're streaming the card? I probably will. I just don't know what time I'm going to start the stream. Tomorrow's pretty stacked for a fight night as far as names. And, of course, it starts at 5 a.m. main card. The fuck is this? It's crazy. If Max wins tomorrow, what do you think will be next for him? Probably has to fight another guy who's not close to the title. I don't know, though. Last video was excellent. Thank you, Jerry MMA. I greatly appreciate it. Span versus Pig Heart Smith is the same level of co-main as Volkov versus Ty. Ty has no business being pay-per-view co-main. Yeah, dude, it's embarrassing. What's up, Fergo7? Paul Craig or Joe Pyfer? Who you got? Joe been wanting that fight. Joe Pyfer is fighting Abdul Razak Al Hassan. But if Joe Pyfer was to fight Paul Craig, I got Joe Pyfer by KO. I'd rather hang myself than stay up till 5 a.m. to watch JJ Aldridge fight. Yeah, I'm going to probably try to go to sleep after the stream. Try. And then I'll wake up at 5 a.m. to watch the fights. It would be boring if everyone agreed on every single thing. Yeah, but people take it way too seriously. People who say that don't buy the pay-per-view. There you go. LMAO. Okay, fair enough, Hop. It's not about you. They have a different opinions, but who has good reasons for their opinion? Okay, I don't know what you're getting at there. Joey threw a your mom joke in there like we wouldn't notice. I forgot. If you don't know, now you know. UFC 290. How did nobody see the joke I put in the beginning of the UFC 293 video? Let me know for bonus points, and not you, Fries, because we messaged about it. But what's the joke that I put in the beginning of the UFC 293 video? Go. First person to get it gets bonus points. Let me know. We disagree all the time, but I'm still here. People just take it way too seriously. Exactly, dude. Appreciate it. Dana White slapped 53 in Mexico joke. Dude, I thought that was pretty funny. I came up with that on the spot, too. I came up with that on the spot. For those of you who don't know, I went something like this in my UFC 293 video. UFC 293 is an absolute embarrassment. It is a slap in the face to MMA fans. And it is a slap in the face in a club in Mexico at 53 years old to the Australian fans who bought tickets to see the event live, sight unseen. So there you go. Dana White, fuck, I had that. Yeah, I'm just testing you. I'm seeing who the real supporters are. We gotta see who the real MMA Joey community is. We gotta see who the true supporters are. That's what I need to know. Who's truly the supporters here? UFC 293 went too fast from built for Adesanya to only Adesanya. That is true. I forgot who you got between Blanchfield and Santos. I got Blanchfield by decision. I think Wonderboy watched your recent video on him. What makes you say that? Because he put out a video today? I hope he did, bro. I hope he did. That'd be so funny. That'd be so funny. Like, see, Wonderboy annoys the shit out of me, but it's not like I have some personal vendetta against him. Like, I'm not emotionally attached. Like, I'm sure he's a great guy probably, you know? But that's not what it's about. It's about giving my opinion on the sport of MMA. But that'd be hilarious if Wonderboy watched it. I would actually feel bad if Wonderboy watched it. But is it anything other than he posted that video? I encouraged him to post that video. I'm the one that goaded that out of him. He saw that. That'd be hilarious though if he did. He said, you know what? Fuck this fat dork. He pulls me up on screen. He's like, you know what? Fuck this fatty in the flamingo shirt. I'm calling you out. Yeah, that's true. You want unranked fighters that are favorable matchups. That's what I would say. And I'd be like, you know what, Wonderboy, you don't want this smoke. I wrestled in elementary school. So that's pretty funny. I wish he would have. That would have literally made my day. That would have literally made my day. Like, when somebody sent me the clip of O'Malley talking shit about me, I was dying laughing. That made my whole week. I'm still living off a buzz from that. It's just funny. It's just funny that he was satisfied. He was so satisfied. He's like, this guy's upset. And he's watching. It made me laugh my ass off. Bro, you can tell Wonderboy knows what he did was kind of PMF because he was super defensive the past couple weeks. Yeah, your Wonderboy video was spot on. He basically said all you predicted. So basically everything that I said ended up being spot on for Wonderboy. Yeah, dude, for me, any UFC fighters insulting me on their YouTube channels is a win. You know, I'm not... Look, I genuinely mean this, and I say it almost too much, and then it almost sounds like I'm like reverse psychology. There's nothing that anybody can say about me that's going to hurt my feelings, okay? There's nothing. Wonderboy could call me every name in the book. He'd call me this. He'd call me that. I genuinely wouldn't even be the slightest bit angry at all, no matter what he said. So I just find it cool, you know, that he cares. Anyway, let me scroll back up. That's pretty funny, though. That Wonderboy video came out yesterday, and now today he's talking. He saw that video. He said, I got to get out ahead of this. I got to get out ahead of this. This ugly motherfucker in the flamingo shirt's coming from my neck. So, your Wonderboy. Okay, read that. Wonderboy said he wants to fight Usman. There you go. You think there's a chance Holloway gets him out of there in the first 3 rounds? Yes, I do. I do think there's a chance, but I went 4th round doctor stoppage. So I think it genuinely could go either way. In terms of, could he get him done? Could he get him out of there early? Yes. But I most likely think it's going to be like a 3rd or 4th round TKO. So honestly, late third round TKO, I think is a safe bet as well. He's definitely getting finished. He's got to get finished. I'm most effective on my back in the club at Mexico on New Year's Eve. Yeah, I've been taking those self-defense classes. Joe, I have a law class where we talked about some cases, and one dude said something like, a couple spanks with the belt is okay. And the teach is like, that just teaches your kid to be afraid of the parent. There you go. The teacher told you, dude. The teacher told you. You got motherfuckers out here vehemently defending a man who said, I have become accustomed to whooping my 3-year-old son. You got motherfuckers out here vehemently defending him. Embarrassing. Thought it was crazy that they talked about it with all the Neil Magny stuff going on to put context. Yeah, I know what you meant. That is pretty crazy, though. Bro, you can tell Wonderboy knows what he kind of did was PMF. Dude, we really need to start the narrative Wonderboy for the PMF title. I want you guys to really push that narrative everywhere you are. Wonderboy Thompson PMF title. Wonderboy Thompson PMF title. Wonderboy literally lost in both title fights, just like Colby, and he's calling that Usman still. I didn't even watch Wonderboy's video. The thumbnail was horrible. He literally was just from his chin up to his hair. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even watch it. I saw people talking about it, though. Wonderboy is the inaugural PMF champion. Charles fans versus Makhachev fans last October was a perfect example of MMA fans taking it seriously. They talk like comic book characters. If you like this guy, you can't like this one. Yeah, it makes no sense. Exactly, I agree. I agree 150%. It is ironic I put out that Wonderboy video yesterday. I don't think he saw it, but it is ironic he put out a video today. I don't know how anyone could even disagree with you on 293. That is the worst. I'm assuming you meant pay-per-view of all time. It's a horrific pay-per-view. And people are like, stop complaining. Let me suck off Daddy Dana White. Stop complaining, Joey. Oh, let me gobble up Dana White's balls. If you don't like the pay-per-view, don't watch it. Oh, or we could just watch it and we could still say that it's shit, you know? Late to this because I've been busy, but the Sugar Sean clip was funny as fuck. Yeah, I thought it was pretty hilarious, too. Does seem odd because in the video, Wonderboy keeps saying he's been fighting backwards, but he had the opportunity to fight Shavkat, who's ranked ahead of him right now. Yeah, I don't remember when he was offered the Shavkat fight. Shavkat was right around him. But yeah, dude, either way, he's a puss. Is it true that Ian Gary went to Magny's dressing room to adopt their children and Chandler adopted Magny? No, that's not true. What's funny is PMF Internet Championship defending Wonderboy. It's outright insanity. Dude, I've been saying this about Wonderboy for literally like 6 months. To be fair, and some people think speaking facts mean I have a vendetta against the guy. To be fair, I think on his pod with Tim Welsh, O'Malley was given a compilation of YouTubers and pros picking against him, and he reacted to it. Okay? So I don't understand. What are you saying? We know that. Oh, wait, with Tim Welsh. That's not what I saw. I saw O'Malley hanging out with his friends. I didn't see the Tim Welsh one. Is there another one? Is there another one? I paid $2K to go to the UFC 293 with no fights announced. Can we have a moment of silence for Reed Patterson home? Can we have a moment of silence? Dude got scammed. Dude got straight up scammed. Let's have a moment of silence. All right, there we go. Dude got straight up scammed. Dude got straight up scammed. Damn, dude straight up sold him wolf tickets. Dude sold him wolf tickets. Straight up wolf tickets. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I disputed on my card. I didn't buy this shit. It wasn't just your reaction to your video, I guess. If there's a separate one, I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, I never said it was just a reaction to mine. And it wasn't with Tim Welsh, the one I saw. So I don't know if there's a different one or not. What are you trying to say? I'm acting like he only pulled up mine. No, it's not. I never said that once, dude. What the fuck are you even talking about? What if Strickland comes out and shoots like Blachowicz did to Pereira? That'd be crazy, but it's not going to work. Joe, what's better, Buffalo Wild Wings or Wingstop? Both of them are garbage now. Buffalo Wild Wings used to be really good. But I would say Buffalo Wild Wings now, but I don't go to either. What's the meaning of PMF? Pussy motherfucker. Which seems like a lot of people are nowadays, just crying and whining about everything. You know, because they're sycophants for Dana White. The Wonderboy thumbnail is sad to look at. Yeah, I hope the UFC just offers him Renat Fakhretdinov over and over and over again for the rest of his career. 289 had Charles Oliveira. Yes, I agree. 289 was better. Sorry I'm late. I was talking to Polyana Viana. No, you weren't. Wonderboy could have beat Shavkat too. Not saying he would have, but he had a decent chance. Yeah, I think he could have. But I doubt he would have won. I'm smoking one for our boy in a moment of silence. Good. I'm going to pour one out. I'm going to pour one out for his bank account. Marab is too kind for his own good. True. But he said, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go next month. I'm ready to go December. So hopefully he still gets to fight. Thank you for that. Much appreciate it. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. All those mid to low tier restaurants have gone to shit, dude. Buffalo Wild Wings used to be so good back in the day. Used to be so good back in the day. And now it's just dog shit. Just absolute dog shit. Let's be honest. Chelsea Chandler is the OG PMF. Nah, not as bad as Wonderboy, I think. Dricus and Aljo are similar and they look sloppy, but they're actually elite of the elite. How do you think Dricus stacks up against the middleweight rankings? I don't know. Dude's got the heart and determination of an absolute savage, and I've always said that. At this point, does he lose to Cannonier? Probably. He beats Vettori. He beats Strickland. But Strickland probably beats him, actually. No, I think Strickland probably beats him. Costa is an unknown. I think Dricus will lose to Roman Dolidze. I don't know, dude. It's a mixed bag. Some days I'd feel like Dricus is definitely going to win. Other days I feel like he would lose. Shavkat said he will only strike with Wonderboy and lie. Dude, Wonderboy doesn't want nothing. I remember he was complaining that Shavkat submitted Jeff Neal. Derek, are you still here? Derek, are you still here? I know you asked for Shillelagh. I read it and then forgot about it. Renat would destroy Wonderboy. Bro, that's borderline one-sided matchmaking. Hey, not my problem. Not my problem. Remember when B-Dubs had trivia? No. Dricus or Hamzat? Hamzat. What fighter do you think would have been better in another era? Like a fighter that's a contender now that would have been a long-reigning champion in another era? That's tough, bro. That is really tough. I will say... I don't know, dude. That's too tough of a question. I can't really pick one out. It's tough. They should make Renat, Ian Gary. Nah, that doesn't make any sense. Strickland has like a 10% to win. But I would love that fight. 10% to win, and that's being generous. Yeah, I would agree with that. Something like that. 5-10%. Joey's opinions on Dricus is like a Popeyes mystery box. Yeah, that is true, dude. It depends what day you catch me on. It's kind of wild to me that Cannonier wins all these fights. Cannonier's pretty good. They should make... Okay, read that. Hamzat or Brendan Allen? Hamzat. I think Dricus chins Jarrett. He hurt badly by Vettori multiple times, and Dricus is a better striker. You're probably right, dude. You're probably right. I don't know. I actually would like Michel Pereira to be fed to Renat. I agree. I like that matchup as well. Feed him to Renat. Feed him to Renat Fakhreddinov. He deserves it for missing weight. He deserves it for missing weight 150%. Joey, can you tell me... Joey, can you tell me some confrontational stories that always have me laughing? I can't think of one off the top of my head. I ran into... Here, I got one for you. I ran into an old friend who I was not friends with anymore, who I was kind of enemies. And I saw him somewhere. And I was driving in a convertible vehicle at the time with no top on it. So it was just wide open, right? And I just said something to him. Like, I went out of my way. I sought him out. I saw him. I knew he didn't like me. I said, let's go roll up over there real quick. I'm gonna say something to him. And I just stayed in the car, but I said something to him, and he was like, he had a bunch of friends with him. He's like, dude, you better get the fuck out of here before I fuck you up. He's talking all this shit. This was when I'm like 17, 18 years old, right? Keep in mind, I'm in a really short, low car with no top, right? So I'm like completely vulnerable, just sitting in the seat, right? He's like, dude, if you don't get the fuck out of here right now. And of course, when I'm told to do something, I always do the complete opposite. And me and my buddy, one of my best friends was with me at the time. I was with one of my best friends at the time. And we still talk about this story to this day. We're laughing our asses off about it all the time. And he's like, dude, he's trying to act cool in front of his friends. He's like, dude, I'm going to fuck you up if you don't get out of here. We don't want you here, blah, blah. Like, just acting tough. He's the only one that didn't like me, right? And we didn't go there to hang out with him. I just wanted to say something to him since I didn't like him and I saw him. And so he's talking all this shit, right? He's like, all right, dude, we're fighting in 10 seconds, right? And he started doing like a little countdown. He's like, yo, if you're not out of here in 10 seconds, we're fighting, right? I literally, keep in mind, I'm in a car like 3 foot off the ground, right? He starts counting. I casually roll up my window. Like, I'm not even, the window doesn't protect me at all because the car's so low and there's no top on the car. So I just roll up my window and he just counts down. I'm like, look, I don't even want to be here. I plan on leaving, but now that you told me that I have to leave, I'm just going to stay here. I'm just chilling here the rest of the fucking night and you ain't going to do shit about it. To quote Conor McGregor, you'll do fucking nothing. And I just sat there. I eventually rolled my window. I rolled my window right back down. I just did that for the lulz. And I just sat, do something. Do something, motherfucker. Do something. Let's see what you do. Never did nothing. Him and his little posse of friends, bunch of pussies, end up leaving where we were at. We just chilled there for like 30 minutes until they left. I was like, I'm not leaving now, dude. You ain't telling me what to do. You ain't telling me what to do in the public space. And so eventually he left. And then we left after that. Because literally, I'll sit there. I almost died one time in a hot car because we were having a battle. Like, this was me and one of my friends, actually. We were having a battle of who could outlast the heat the longest. You know how I say Dricus has unbelievable heart? I got unbelievable heart and willpower as well. I almost died in a hot car. No, we had the heat on. Look, we were seeing who could survive the longest. It was like a 100-degree day. No AC on. The car's turned off. All the windows are up. And I was like, nah, I'm not giving up. I'll pass out and I'll die in this car before I give up. I was having a little competition. And then eventually, like 10 minutes in, we're both just sweating bullets. This is a totally different story. But we're just sweating bullets, right? I start the car up and turn on the heat. And just, I'm never quitting. So you might as well quit or we're both dying here today. So when someone tells me, oh, you can't do this, or physically threatens me, you can't do this or else, you bet your ass I'm going to do it and I'm going to ramp it up times 10. You know, if someone tells me, let's say I'm joking around and, you know, somebody say, hey man, you better shut your fucking mouth or I'm going to beat your ass. You know, how people act, you know, especially when you're like 18, 19. A lot of people talk like that, but none of them are really about it. You know what I mean? And so me, as soon as I hear that, it gets 20 times worse immediately. Like all my friends know, and this isn't as relevant now that we're older, but like back in the day, like let's say somebody talks to me like that or says something to me or threatens me in any way. All of my friends immediately just start smiling because they know what's about to happen. They're like, oh my God, dude, you had to fucking say that. Now it's about to get 20 times worse. So there you go. There's a story for you. There's a confrontational story for you. That's the best I got. Moving on. After they cut Wonderboy, Brendan Allen's next. Yes. Yes. Agreed. Should Justin's head kick be illegal since it was to the back of the neck? Technically, in the written rules, it is a gray area. But no, I do not believe that it should be illegal. But it is a gray area in the rules, even though people act like it wasn't. So, let's go. What's up, Blaze One? I was in Taco Bell the other day with my boys, and these big-ass white dudes randomly said, you motherfuckers need to get out of here. Out of the way. And we like, bitch, shut the fuck up. And they just went in the car. Dude, man, I don't think it's good to act like this because one of these days you're going to get stabbed or shot. But I swear there's nothing that gets me more fired up than someone trying to tell me what to do or bitch me in public. You know what I mean? Like, I have fun with my friends. We bitch each other, like, you know, talking shit and whatnot. But, like, if someone really tries to, like, disrespect me in front of a group of people, even though I'm not genuinely offended at all, like if someone, let's say, you know, we're at a UFC event, and we're all hanging out, and somebody, like, walks by me, like, dude, you're a fucking pussy, fuck you. Just says that. I'm literally, I'm not offended at all. But my problem with it is, I can't let somebody bitch me like that in public. You know what I mean? It's just not a good look, you know? So you got to immediately go back after them, you know? And most people just like to talk shit. So, you like Chipotle? I like to call it Chipoodle, but no, I don't. What did you say to him in the beginning? When I pulled up, I don't remember. Probably like, what's up, pussy? Something like that. I don't remember. I truly don't remember. Lowest IQ fighter. James Vick, Yuri Prohaska. I don't know, something along those lines. Dude, I never thought I'd blow them two together. Who's the most intimidating? Butt Scoot, Kron Gracie, Claudio Puelles, or Neil Magny? Probably Neil Magny. The speed at which he drug his ass on the carpet was crazy. Islam, Leon, and Weili are only champs who are champs since 2022 continuously. Dude, it's crazy, the turnover. The biggest embarrassment I've ever seen is MMA fans and media liking Danis for being a clown. Think about this. People are saying, I like Dylan Danis. Are saying, I like Dylan Danis. Hold on one second. What the hell is that? They are saying they like Dylan Danis because Dylan Danis is attacking online, attempting to bully online a female that has never spoke to him or said anything about him in his entire life. And the MMA media and a lot of MMA fans and a lot of just the MMA community in general, my chat and everything, are like, yeah, Dylan's so funny. He's literally attacking a woman who's never had an interaction with him, as far as I know. And they're like, yeah, this is so funny. This is so funny. Well, I hope it happens to your daughter one day. I hope it happens to your sister one day. You know, I just think the guy's a clout chasing piece of shit. And to attack someone that's not involved in the situation is real pussy shit, in my opinion. Is really, and the dude's a bitch anyway. He goes out in public, he gets beat up by guys on the street. I'm confident I could kick Dylan Danis' ass. He's a pussy. If me and him were in a room, the only reason he would be okay is because I decided he would be okay. You know, I just think that's pussy shit. And they're going to cheerlead him when he doesn't show up too. You know? And I don't like Logan Paul at all. Logan Paul's a scammer. So I don't like him at all, but I'm just saying to cheerlead that type of stuff, well, I just hope it happens to your daughter. I hope it happens to your sister. I hope it happens to your mother one day to cheerlead that type of stuff. Because that's pussy shit. To attack a female. But then again, these are the same people that defended Dana White for slapping his wife in a club at 53. You know? These are the type of people. What it is, and I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, and some of you guys might get butthurt because it might be some of you guys might fit the bill in the chat. What it is there's a lot of people, particularly in the MMA community, okay? And what happens is they don't get any women, okay? They never touched a female. They can't talk to females. They can't get females' phone numbers. And basically, they're Elliot Rodger. Google Elliot Rodger if you don't know. And what they do because of this, because they get no women, because they can't touch any women, they're mad at women. They hate women. And what they hate in particular is they're sitting at home just slamming their meat every night. Just slamming their meat every night. They're spending in excess of $50 a week on lotion and tissues. And they see these females out there that are very, very attractive and that have had a couple boyfriends and maybe, you know, going out there and fucking all these dudes and whatever. I don't care about their personal lives whatsoever. Okay, they see these women, though, that have all these boyfriends and whatnot because they're attractive. They can get all these different boyfriends. And they're like, why won't she sleep with me? Why can't I get a girl like that? And they're angry about it. So even though this girl, I don't even know if she has a public media presence. Not as far as I know. I don't even know who she is. But these people, these incels, these online incels, look at her as one of those girls that you could never get. And they're like, oh yeah, Dylan's really giving it to her. He's really going, she has nothing to do with it. I don't get it. It's just weird. It's just weird to, like, I'm not clutching my pearls over it by any means. I'm not calling the police, you know. I'm not making a video about it. I think it's weird. Anybody covering that, that's just weird. But that's the honest truth. People lump her as all the girls that they cannot get. That's what they lump her as. And they're like, she's giving it away to all these other guys, supposedly. But I could never get her. And I would love to. And what I would have to say to these people, one day if they do find someone, it's probably not going to be till they're 30 or 40 because they're never going to get a they're never going to get a young female, especially a smart one. They're going to have to find one that can never find a guy because she has some weird personality traits. And then she's going to settle for you when you're 35, 45 years old. And what's going to happen is that wife of yours, that girlfriend of yours, that fiance of yours, whoever it may be, she's probably going to have some serious backstory to her too, okay? Which, whatever, I don't care. I'm not judging. But Guess what? The only reason it's not public is because she's not a celebrity. Because guess what? She's not a model. She's not hot. So you don't know, even though she's been ran through by 37 truck drivers over the course of the last 2 years, you're now marrying her and, making out with her on a daily basis because you couldn't find nobody else. But she doesn't have that public past because she's not a model. She's not a celebrity. I think she's a model. But that's just what people are angry about. I just find it weird to include anyone that's not involved in that. It's what it is he's a pussy. He doesn't want to show up to the fight. So he's doing everything in his power. He's hoping like maybe this will get it canceled. Maybe he'll take it too far. Maybe they won't want to pay him. But really, everyone cheerlead. I'm telling you this right now. And this can be applied very broadly, and it's gonna be apply to a lot of you guys. Okay, it's gonna apply to a lot of you guys, and I'm sorry for that. But I'm just giving you guys a wake up call. If you are cheerleading this type of behavior, you are an absolute pussy. You are a pussy. You are a bitch. To single out a female that doesn't have anything to do with you, has nothing to say about you, and to attack her in the public eye, you are a pussy, okay? And to cheerlead that type of behavior, that makes you a pussy as well, okay? So enjoy the rest of your life, spending $50 on lotion and tissues. Enjoy that because that's what you got to look forward to because you're a pussy, okay? And that applies to anyone who thinks that way. So there you go. Anyway, Dylan won't show up. I'm sure he won't. Yeah, I shouldn't even be talking about this, to be honest. I hate the terminology, don't hit first, but I know damn well they're going to swing. I ain't waiting because that's my logic behind it. Not that I'm getting in altercations on a regular basis, but if you think someone's going to hit you, if you feel like they're going to hit you, they're getting close enough to hit you, just punch them in the fucking teeth as hard as you can first. If you feel threatened, punch them in the teeth. Rather than you. Dylan would kill you. You weigh 400 pounds. Well, that's not accurate, but okay, you can think what you want, you pussy. You would never even go on camera. You would never even show your face. You can't even set a profile picture as your own. So, good luck. Spot on, Joey. That's what I was thinking. Don't do to others' family what you don't want to be done to yours. I was watching a war film last night, and we keep decency even in animosity. So Justin Mendoza is clearly one of them. Dude will never get a girl in his life, and he's crying about it in the chat. I just had a thought. They're jealous they can't get her. Yeah, I'm not even sure. I really couldn't pick her out of a lineup. I just know she's like a model or something. So she's been passed around like a cake at a birthday party. Yeah, probably the same as your wife or your mother. So, her job is to take sexual pictures. Don't you think that's disgusting? I don't care what she does. I don't even know her name. I couldn't even pick her out of a lineup. So, all right, dude, you're just going to be a clown in chat. There, I'll do that. I'll tell you it's not something, but those pictures are in the public eye. Nobody said they weren't. Well, I don't understand. What does that message even mean? They're in the public eye. They're in the public. What does that even mean? That's irrelevant to the situation. Oh, they're in the public eye? Okay. Oh, keep in mind, he's photoshopping a lot of those pictures too, or at least a couple of them from what I hear. Again, I'm not paying super close attention. I ain't got my finger on the pulse of some weird YouTube influencer who hasn't fought in 7 years. But either way, to attack a woman who has nothing to do with you in the public eye repeatedly is an embarrassment. You're an embarrassment of a man. You're an embarrassment to the MMA community. And Dylan Dennis is one of the biggest clout-chasing bitches I've ever seen in my entire life. I think if I saw him on the street tomorrow, I'm sneaking him. Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal style. If I saw him at a restaurant, I'm going to jail. Maybe blow up my YouTube channel. I'm sneaking him bad. Because I think that's just disgraceful. I can't imagine, like, I'm just thinking about, like, my worst enemy. And I'm, like, thinking about, oh, let me talk shit about his wife or his like, she didn't say a word, as far as I know. She didn't say a word. And then you got the incel MMA community cheerleading this on. This dude's a pussy. This dude hasn't fought in like 5 years. All this dude wants is your clout. All he wants is clout from you guys. So, it's embarrassing. So, it's absolute embarrassment. Anyway, I'm not simping over anyone, dude. You're the one simping over. I'm saying, I'm talking very broadly. I'm not even talking specifically about that situation in that case. It's the same for Conor McGregor. Thought he was going after Khabib's wife and mother and father-in-law. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Dude's a grown man wanting clout from young teenage boys, incels, too. I'm so happy Khabib and Islam got that punch off when that goofy clown called Dylan. Yeah. But yes, Paul's did exactly the same thing to him. They're cut from the same cloth. Look, I'm just speaking broadly. If you're bringing a female into an altercation that has nothing to do with the altercation, you're a piece of shit. There you go, very broadly. Doesn't matter who's doing it. I don't care if it's my favorite fighter doing it, my least favorite fighter doing it, my brother doing it. You know what I mean? I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's my best friend doing it. It's a piece of shit move. So, hot take, pacifism is the pussy way out, because how are you going to defend your family and people you love, or even yourself? I don't know what you mean. So, people don't have arguments. Always resort to coming after someone's weight or appearance. Bunch of clowns. Yeah, that's true. That is true, but they can do whatever they want. That's because they sit at home and they're the people that I'm exactly talking about. I agree it's unwarranted, but I think Logan deserved it. Yeah, I just think it's weird bringing a woman into it. Go after him. Go after him for being a scam artist. Dude's a scam artist. I don't like it. I'm not defending him. I don't like him. So he's not even going to show up to fight. And then what are you guys going to say? Oh, he fought with a woman. So yeah, I'm not even going to talk about it. Imagine attacking someone's appearance and bring up politics. Is that what somebody did? Is that what somebody did? Anyway, moving on. Now that we've got that out of the way, we talked about it on stream. I'm never making a video about that. He will get knocked out and then disappear forever. He probably won't show up, to be honest. You guys didn't. I see you guys aren't the real supporters. You guys didn't show up for the stream last night. I unveiled it last night on stream. People like that are gonna live in their mom's basement for the rest of their life. Yeah, there it is. That it is, Derek. I paid $200 for this bad boy. Well, technically you guys did. So shout out to you guys. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Mike Perry's already the backup. Yeah, I don't think he shows up. So, finally, no frickin' way. You should have watched last night's stream. When are we getting a video of you training with it? That'd be funny as hell. I post a video. Joey, have you ever have fucked up dreams? I'm still rattled from one last night. Yeah, but it doesn't usually last that long. Doesn't really usually last that long. But the last thing I'm going to say is, I guarantee that dude doesn't even show up. He's not even going to show up. And then you all defend, oh, well, at least it was a funny build-up. I knew he wasn't going to show up. Episode 2 of Brandishing the Shillelagh. Yeah. Brandishing Shillelagh. My name is MMA Joey, and I like to fight. Insert bagpipes. Now all I need to do is get a little midget sidekick, like Hornswoggle. I need a leprechaun, so I can have him as a sidekick. This thing's pretty nice, though. I gotta admit, this thing's pretty sweet. I just want to beat somebody with it. I swear, if I see Dylan Dennis on the street, I'm brandishing this immediately, and I may go to jail. I truly wonder if I ended up on video smacking Dylan Dennis with my shillelagh, if my YouTube channel will blow up. Because even if they sent me to prison or jail for like 6 months, a year, it would almost be worth it. Probably would be. Joey, it's Friday night and I'm just getting home after a brutal day at the office managing the Ian Gary fan club. Oh well, someone's got to do the job. Exactly. Somebody's got to do the job. Shout out to Jackson for being the Ian Gary fan club manager. He's looking to be promoted to the general manager very soon. It's a tough job, but man, somebody's got to do it. Us blue collar guys got to do it. So yeah, you guys missed the stream last night. I brandished the shillelagh randomly on stream last night. Joe, if you could ban Dylan from saying shit, would you? I don't approve of his approach, but I'd never ban him from saying it. What do you mean ban him from saying it? How would I ban him from saying it? What am I gonna like? Take his cell phone away? I don't. If I could just flip a switch and he doesn't say it, you gotta have to be more specific than that. But the answer sounds like no. You want me to say? You're asking me if I want to throw him in jail for it? Why not buy a walking stick? Probably hits harder. Joey with the shillelagh and some venom gear is a Thanos with Infinity Stones. Agreed. So you approve of assault, but Twitter trolling is out of the question. That's not what I said, dude. How does some of you guys, are you really that brain dead? Are you really that brain dead? Oh, you approve of assault, but Twitter trolling is out of the question. I'm not saying I don't think he can do it. I don't think he should do it. I'm just saying I don't like it. That's it. I think it's pussy shit. That's it. I think it's pussy shit. So I don't understand what you mean by I approve or disapprove or think it should happen or shouldn't happen. I don't get a say in the matter. I'm just giving you my opinion on it. So, remember when they shit on Jones for beating his wife with no charges and her defending Magna? Yes, that is true. That is very true. That is very, very true. I mean, I don't care if anyone trolls. I'm just saying, I think the way he's doing it is pussy. I'm not advocating for him to be thrown in jail. I'm not advocating for any punishments. I'm just saying, me personally, couldn't be me. So, it's crazy how Marab could end up like DDP and lose his chance to ever fight for the belt. He could very well. Shillelagh badges soon. I got to figure out extra badges. The way you guys are working up through the badges, I got to figure out extra badges. If anybody wants to become a member of the channel and join the members Discord, which is I'm telling you, it's worth every penny. The link is down in the description. We talk every single day on Discord. So if you want to become a member, the link is in the description. You get loyalty badges next to your name. Applying for chief legal counsel of the Ian Gary fan club. Aren't you a lawyer or an aspiring lawyer? We might have to bring you on. I think with the whole assault thing, he means you said you'd hit Dylan with a stick if you saw him, which I assume it was a joke on your part. It was partly a joke, but also what I was saying is hitting him with a stick isn't out of anger. I was saying, oh, well, this guy's a super clout chaser, so I ought to give him a taste of his own medicine. I'd chase some clout by hitting him with a stick. It's a joke, but I was partially serious as well. I'm like, oh, would 6 months in jail be worth the amount of clout that I would gain and YouTube growth that I would claim with hitting him upside the head with a stick? You know what I'm saying? So, if that makes sense. He shouldn't show up, guys, on roids. Joey's delusional night saying he could take Dylan. Did I ever say that? Did I say that? But I would anyway. I would. Dude's getting smoked by a bouncer. Dude's literally getting smoked by a bouncer. So, oh shit. Dude's got the 2 years on there. I see it. Thanks a lot for not having live streams 3 days ago. I had to watch. Bro really said that. Bro really said that. Look, that's crazy. Joe, do you think you can beat any male UFC fighters? No. He said, I want Habib in Russia. You believe that shit? Las Vegas Sphere animation? No, I do not believe it. I do not believe it at all. I got to come up with a 2-year badge ASAP, dude. But now I don't want to make it the cartoon head because I realize there's more badges to give. Joey's surprisingly athletic in a Derek Lewis kind of way. That is true. I'm more athletic than I look. I'll tell you that much. And I got the heart of Adricus Duplessis. I'll never quit. Ever. One time I went on a bike ride from my house. And next thing I know, it was 8 hours later. And I'm like, damn, I got to get home. Joe, I think you have a chance against a flyweight. Maybe. I doubt it. I doubt it. Dude, the jiu-jitsu, I get submitted immediately. Triangle choke, armbar, something along those lines. I get submitted immediately. They got elite level black belt jiu-jitsu, and they're fast as hell too. So, yeah, that'd be tough. That'd be really tough. What is this? That's crazy. We need a 2-year badge now. Joe, you probably wouldn't win. You'd win on the Boyd belts. I don't know what that means. Somehow world has come to a point where every sport wants to ban every Russian. Dana wants every Russian to be champion. That's crazy. Can't believe in a few more months away, I'll get my 12-month badge. I don't know. I thought you could only do 24, but recently I looked at it. See all members. Hold on. Edit. I don't know how to look at it. You can do 24, 36, and 48. So what I'm thinking about doing is making, like, just adjusting one of the badges and then putting something else in the center with maybe I want to kind of put a 2, but there's already one with a 2. What should I put in the center? I'm just going to change the color to like a random color. But what should I put in the center of a badge for 2 years? What do you guys think I should put in the center? I'm thinking about making it like a neon badge. I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I should make it orange. We don't have an orange badge yet. I'm wondering. Artistic. Yeah, I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions for the 24-month badge, should I just put 24? Should I just put 24 in the center, or should there be something else? Because what I'm gonna do is take one of the existing badges, delete the number, change the color, and put something else in the middle. 24 and make it a neon color. Yeah, maybe I'll make it like an orange or something. I don't know yet. I was looking at changing certain colors, effects, color grading. I can basically change the color to any color I want, essentially. Color mixer. Detail, curve, basics, saturation. I don't know what color I'm going to make it. I might try to make it orange. I might do orange with a gold 24 in the center. Dark blue. You think dark blue makes sense? Would there be any designs you'd rather put other than 24? Yeah, I don't know though. I don't really have any great ideas. The only one I'm going to do is probably for the last one. I'll put my cartoon head, maybe just my cartoon head. I don't know though. I'm always open for suggestions. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Is jiu-jitsu 10 pounds equals 1 belt and 10 years equals 1 belt? So 150-pound blue belt fighting a 200-pound blue belt is actually fighting a black belt equivalent. I did not know that. It's going to be a hot minute before I get to 4 years. That is true. That is very true. Color dono auction. I don't know. I'm looking at it right now. I just don't know what color to make it. I'm just going to use the same design, probably. Use the same design. And then, I don't know, maybe what I'll do is I'll go blending. Outer glow. Maybe I'll like make a ring around it. I don't know. I have to figure it out. For 2 years, you can put 2 belts. 2 belts. What do you mean 2 belts? Explain what you mean by that. Got to make a Boston Crab badge? I may have to. Maybe for the 36-month badge. That'll be the Boston Crab badge. Joe, I don't think it was you, but somebody in yeah, it's not me, dude. It's not me. Like 2 badges? It has to be the size of what you have there, so I don't know how I would do that. Joe, after school, there's usually 50 to 75 people in Taco Bell, and there was one Karen on the phone saying hoodlums or something. We all started trolling her. Dude, some people are way too sensitive about everything. We got a bunch of hoodlums. We got a bunch of hoodlums out here at Taco Bell. I'm not sure how designs go, like a badge that would show 2 belts. Yeah, it basically needs to fit in the design that you have. I don't know how I would make it 2 belts. So it'd be 2 of those icons. It would be 2. I would have to make them so small that you would barely see them. I'd have to make them so small that you would barely see them. If that makes sense. Big paws. Big, massive paws. Joey, I'm hyped to see Renat Nakamura fight. I think he's one of the best prospects at 135. Dude, he's an absolute savage. He's an absolute savage. Did you see Wonder Boy's video? He said he wanted to fight Usman next. I did not see it, but I've been told. It was the funniest part of Lucas' stream. The guy had a convo, then just started to use it. Well, that sounds about right. That sounds about right for trolls. I don't care. It is what it is. They can do what they want. Weird, disgusting, but they can do what they want. Nothing I can do about it. So, thanks for letting me know, guy who's never been to my stream before. I'm glad you could fill me in on that one. Oh, you want me to be so upset about it? No, I'm not. There's nothing I can do about it. Yeah, that's true. That would be so small. Exactly. I don't think I'm as open to confrontation as you are, but once a guy was pushing my buttons in class, calling me race stuff, and when he was laughing to a girl, I clocked him in the throat and got booked. Hey, man, stand up for yourself. You should always stand up for yourself. Nakamura smoked that dude in the road to UFC finals. I'm hyped to see him fight. Yeah, that same guy's fighting on this card, too. That same guy's fighting on this card as well. Should be interesting. It's not a bad card. It's not a bad card at all. It's better than UFC 293. It's better than UFC 293. I can't believe 293 video is actually doing pretty good. It's only been out 5 hours and it's already got 3,000 views. If anybody's watching this stream right now, you haven't yet liked the stream, like this stream. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel right this very second. Nakamura has great wrestling to go with his sick KO power. He'll be in the rankings within a year. I think it'll be interesting. Joey, can you tell the Waffle House story again? I'm not going to, dude. People don't care about all those personal stories, all right? People like to talk about MMA. Maybe when I start another channel one day. Maybe then we'll talk about it on there. Just a random ass channel. I always wondered if I could start another channel and have success on there. I don't know what the main topic of the channel would be, but it'd be interesting to try one day. I'll try it one day when I have more time. I just don't have any time right now. What do you think is next? I literally just got home an hour ago before I got on stream, so like 2 hours ago now. I wrote on Wonder Boys that he definitely had the skill to win, but there was 2 parts of the equation. One was him wanting to fight, and the other was the UFC giving it to him. He liked and then deleted it. I wonder if I would love if he saw my video. I would love if he saw my video. I would almost feel bad, though. That's just funny, dude. I just think it would be funny to tell confrontation stories. They're funny. Okay. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. But that is weird. Wonderboy liked your comment, and then he's not getting it. I'm telling you, they're offering Shavkat and Renat Fakhretdinov. Will you be streaming the fight since it's early? I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, maybe you could put like the Boston Crab in the middle of the orange belt. Maybe that's what I'll do. Boston Crab emote, maybe? I wish there was like a crab, like an animated Boston Crab picture. I'll just put a crab, maybe. I could put like a little crab cartoon in the middle. Maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know how I'll have to see how it works. Yeah, Dana will keep giving him the same guys. 100%. 150%. We'll keep giving him the same guys. Over and over and over again. Is it wrong to take cheap shots on someone that's stronger than you but bullies you? If someone's bullying you and putting physical harm on you and you don't think you can beat them fair and square, 100%, dude, cheap shot them. If they're threatening your physical well-being, you wait till the perfect moment and then bam, you get your self-defense in. Yeah, Dana's gonna offer him. Here's Shavkat Rakhmonov. Joey, I'm not even joking. I'm a store manager for CVS and get offended when you say bums beat up grocery store managers. Are you dead serious, Maxwell? Are you really offended by that? Are you really serious, dude? I apologize, Maxwell. I'm sorry that it hurt your feelings, Maxwell. That really breaks my heart. Now I can't say Bo Nichols beating up grocery store cashiers anymore. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me, bub? Damn. He said no. Bro said no. Bro said no. Joey, I was 13 reasons why the first show to make high school super dark. I feel like I've heard of that before, but I've never seen it. I've vaguely heard of it before. I don't know what it's about. So you're not a store manager at CVS, or you are? Because we're looking for Bo Nichols' next opponent. I was wondering, if you'd be willing to take the fight at all. Joey, how good are unranked UFC fighters compared to random people off the street? They're pretty good. Depends which ones, but they're relatively good. I wonder if there's anyone legitimately picking TKZ to win. Like, is there anyone legit that thinks TKZ is going to win? Imagine he pulls off a Dricus du Plessis. I was watching Bisping interview Cody Garbrandt recently, and he was talking about all his injuries, and I'm like, dude, just hang it up. His whole prime in one fight. Yeah, he had his whole prime in one fight. Who wins, Natalia Silva or Macy Barber? Natalia Silva, probably. Do you think Ryan Spann is going to wrestle like a home invader to beat Anthony Smith? No. Cameron Saman is going to bully O'Malley. He's never going to get an opportunity. By the time he gets up there, O'Malley will be long gone. TKZ by Jorge Masvidal flying knee. That'd be crazy. If Max Holloway gets brutally slapped by TKZ, that'd be one of the craziest things ever, in my opinion. Anything could happen. It's that kind of year. Dricus tour reality. He's a rip in reality. So it's very, very interesting. Anything could happen, dude. Holloway could get just starched out cold. I'm going to root for DDP against Izzy after the shit he and Eugene try to pull. Either win the title or at least give him concussive damage, and then Eugene runs Izzy in 6 weeks. Either win the title or at least give him concussive damage, and then Eugene turns Izzy out in 6 weeks. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean by the end of that. Runs him out. How many title defenses will O'Malley have? 1. Max's chin has to crack at some point. I agree. One of these days, dude, we're going to see Max Holloway get slept badly, and he's never going to be the same again. So, yes, me watch will spinning back fist KO Max Holloway, call out Volk, and KO him in the rematch. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Where's Tony at, a.k.a. Fight Science? There he is right there. More unbelievable, Strickland by KO or TKZ by sub? Strickland by KO. Can we at least endorse seeing Wonderboy versus MVP before we cut him? No. That's too favorable of a matchup to Wonderboy. Cameron Simon and Dricus Duplessis are the future of MMA. Everyone was calling me a hot take machine and making fun of me for picking Dricus. I said he was going to bully Rob, and I picked him second round TKO. Did you really? I thought I watched, and I thought you picked Whitaker. As in him get... But congrats, dude. Congrats. As in get him to fight in 6 weeks when he's compromised. Yeah, I don't like that either. But I do think also Adesanya is just super active. That's kind of why guys are kind of on short notice. 4% are picking Korean Zombie and Max is negative 800. That's crazy, dude. But doesn't surprise me. Joey, Tony Ferguson is just hitting his prime and hold the belt until he retires at 65. Old Tony Ferguson's hitting his prime. I heard that one. I heard that one. I think I'm going to stop streaming for 2 weeks. I think I'm going to stop streaming for 2 weeks one of these days. On my channel, I picked Rob, but I changed it on Verdict. Well, then, Jerry, you know what? Fuck you. All right? If you didn't pick it on video, you're full of shit. I hope you're not taking offense to that, Jerry. You seem like you can take a joke. There's other people who get really sensitive about stuff like that, so I hope you can take a joke. Jerry, when you going live? I don't know. Fight Science said Tony is here. When is Chris Curtis back on the channel? I don't know. I'll see if I can get him on before 293. No promises, though. I hate reaching out. How did that Chris Curtis video get 1.2k views? Interviews aren't that popular, dude, in general. Joe, we would go on strike if you stopped streaming. I wonder if I stopped posting for like 2 weeks, if you guys would start commenting. If I stop posting for 2 weeks, would you guys like try to message me on Instagram or something? Can we remember Kelvin Gastelum's YouTube? No, please no. Please no. Please God no. All right, so when is UFC 293? So that's not... We'll see, maybe we can get him next week. I'll hit him up. Looks like Jerry really was offended. Dude didn't even respond. Joe, we'll slide in your Instagram DMs. Okay, fair enough. Can we remember Kelvin Gastelum? Okay, I read that. Yeah, the only guy to take it to Adesanya. Jerry MMA live incoming. Have you ever live stream or no? Curtis Gym isn't too far from me. I need to hit them up so I can start training to actually fight O'Malley. It'd be awesome. That's hilarious at the same time. Dude, that'd be cool if you were there training. We would worry you pulled a Kimura and begin to wash dishes and say everything is racist. I don't know what that means. Who do you think Henry fights next? I don't know. I'm going to say Umar Nurmagomedov. I don't think the UFC likes Henry Cejudo. Some of these pussies can't take a joke, man. I see kids in your comments getting so mad. They'll never get when you're being sarcastic. Yeah, they just don't get it. They're pussies. There's a lot of grown men that are just pussies nowadays. That's all they are. They're just upset over everything. They cry about everything. They whine about everything. Joe, would you still like me if I cheap shot at O'Malley in the street and KO'd him and admitted to you in chat? No, I think that's pretty grimy. That's pretty grimy. Ask also for everyone who's a wrestling fan, Rip Wyndham Rotunda, a.k.a. Bray Wyatt, generational talent taken from the world at 36. That is super sad. I've never been live before. I'm going to set up one of those things on stream that says $5 for a nipple flash or something. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Is an MMA channel, that channel declined and he wasted his money and now he does YouTube with a dishwashing job. That's sad, I guess. That's what happens. That's what happens, I guess. That's what happens. Look, I'm going to close down my channel. I think I'm going to close up shop. I've proved to myself I can get to 10,000 subs. I spend way too much time on the computer now. I think I might just close up shop. Imagine I just stop making videos, just one video a week. Holy shit, will my schedule free up? That'd be crazy. Don't fall off or you'll be working with Maxwell. Yeah, CVS manager. That's crazy for real. I wonder if one day I'll be like, you know what? I'm just not doing this anymore. I don't make enough. Takes a lot of time. And it'd be crazy to do that. I still work, dude. YouTube doesn't pay me shit. I make like no money on YouTube. Less than you could ever imagine. I'll tell you that much. It's steadily going up, but it's less than you could imagine. I'll tell you that much. Joey, what would you do with yourself if you didn't do YouTube? If I didn't do YouTube, what would I do with all this extra time? Probably do all the backlog of stuff that I'm not doing. Like, I got a list a mile long of shit I've been meaning to do for like 2 months. And just stuff adds to it and adds to it and adds to it. But if I'm being honest, in terms of free time, I'd probably play more disc golf. And probably go fishing more. And probably take my dog hiking more than I have been. Probably watch a little bit more TV shows. I wouldn't watch actually cable. But like, you know, some shows that I've been wanting to watch. I'm trying to think, what else would I do? I cut my lawn. I go back to cut my lawn 2 or 3 times a week. What else? I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'd sleep a lot more. Definitely sleep a lot more. But not significantly because I'm up all the time anyway. It's so annoying. I'm just up 24/7 basically. Actually, the last 2 days I've been sleeping. So, I'm trying to think what else I would do. Spend more time with my fiance. I spend more time in my office than anywhere else in my house. When I'm not in this office, I'm telling you, I'm barely ever in my house. Most of the time I get home, I either come up here and jump on the computer, or I jump in the shower and then come jump on the computer. There's very little amount of time in any other rooms in my house. So, yeah. Joe, does your job do it where you don't make money unless you work, or do you work whenever you want, or what? You have to. If you're not working, you're not making any money. Joey's a part-time gardener. That is true. Fishing. What do you fish for? Anything. You know, I do freshwater fishing, saltwater fishing. I haven't done a lot this year, but whatever. Check your Discord DMs. Let me take a look. Remind me to message you back after stream. I'll just message you back real quick. There you go. I just messaged you back right now so I don't forget. But I've answered it so many times on stream. I'm not telling anybody any more information about me. It's like, if you don't know by now, you weren't here early. I told you guys. I mean, like, do you get to work whenever you want, or does your... It depends for me. I got a lot of flexibility because I take care of elderly people as well. So I kind of have a lot of flexibility, and I kind of abuse that flexibility. And also, I'm trying to think of a way to describe it. I'm financially stable enough where I'm not worried about a paycheck. You know what I mean? If I need to take time off or whatever, or if it's a emergency and I need to take 3 days off, I have that flexibility to do so, and I can do so. And I'm not worried about, a paycheck, So you guys got to invest. High yield savings account, Roth IRA, and then get a stock account with a broker and start investing into some good quality stocks, high growth stocks. So, He's a flight attendant for all you wondering. Yes, that's true. That is true. That is very true. That is very true. When are all the members getting a wedding invitation? Never. If you wanted to, how long could you not work and keep stable? Dude, that's too personal, Jack. I'll be all right, dude. I'll be all right. All right. Let's see. What else have we got here? You need to keep the channel going, Joe. You are the voice of reason in the MMA community. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you, Mike. I try to be the voice of reason. I mean, like, okay, read that. I used to troll before you and Guru collabing would make my day. Two of my favorite guys in this space. It seems like a lot of people either like me and hate him or hate him and like me. So you're one of the rares, I guess. I prefer saltwater fishing. More options to fish to go after. I'm like 50-50, but I'm probably more with you a little bit. YouTube doesn't pay you more because of the partnership survey. They give you input swear in the video, the lower pay pretty much. I don't even know what that message means. You don't make a lot of money from YouTube. I'm telling you right now. Joey, let me know if you need anything. I'll send you a 20. Just got rich off this random tabology competition. Jack took the pot. Jack's rich as could be. Most people in 3 out of 6 months go homeless. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. That is wild. The thing is, you should be saving up a lot of your money, you know. I worked for many years and didn't spend almost a single dime. So, I still have money in my bank account from cutting lawns when I was like 15, 14 years old. I used to shovel snow when it snowed out. I remember being like 14, 13. I'd make like $300. And $300 when you're like 13 was a lot. I remember they used to have those big RC cars. You remember those like massive RC cars? They were humongous. Like you get like a Hummer and stuff. And my family in general, I don't want to say like dirt poor, but we were pretty poor. But I used to always cut lawns. I used to shovel snow. I used to do all different types of stuff when I was younger and make money. And I used to save it all. I had a bank account. My grandmother opened up a bank account for me when I was really young. And I used to put all my money in there. And I remember I really wanted to buy one of those big RC cars. And my little brother, my grandparents didn't have any money to buy him one. They didn't have any money to buy him one, and they would let me control my own money. I get to decide what I do with my own money. And those things back in the day were probably like 100, 150, which was a crazy amount, especially for like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old. And I remember my brother still brings it up to this day. I said, you know what? I'm going to buy him one too. My brother wanted one. I said, I'm going to buy him one too. And we both had those things. We'd take them out in the alley, take them out in the street, and ride those things around. We had a good old time. But yeah, you should be saving all your money, especially when you're young. So I know some guy recently commented on one of my videos. Joey grew up in a gated community, rich. I grew up poor, almost dirt poor, with no parents. So if I can own a nice house and a couple nice cars and a nice YouTube setup and all this and that, and be all right, so can you. Just save your money, invest your money too. So, but those are the good times. I remember those. I remember when I was like 14 or 15, all my friends thought that I was rich because I'm like, go out and cut grass. You can easily go knock door to door. That's why I always said, like, I forgot who was saying in the chat, like, I don't have $5. I'm like, dude, go cut a fucking lawn. I used to make a killing cutting lawns. So I used to make a killing. Go door to door, cut a lawn for $15, $20. And you're good to go. I would invest, but I know absolutely nothing about stocks. If you know nothing, and again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Invest, open up a Roth IRA with any legitimate broker that you can find, whether it be Charles Schwab or any of the other ones. Open up a Roth IRA and invest in a mutual fund. S&P 500 mutual fund. That's the best advice I can give you. Open a Roth IRA and invest in an S&P 500 mutual fund. So there you go. Anyway, moving on. Bro, I used to go door to door shoveling snow as well. That's the hustle, dude. You used to be able to make a killing off of that because no one wants to shovel snow. Wonder Boy, is this a different video? Let me go look at Wonder Boy's channel. Let me go look at this. What's this video titled? Oh, I see. It's just what's next for me. I wonder if somehow he saw that video. No way, right? There's no way he saw that video, right? It's just perfect timing. And now I feel bad. Well, I like both of you. I think some of your stances are a little too compassionate for my taste. And he's a little too edgy. I don't 100% agree with either of y'all, but I like the content. I appreciate you, man. I don't think you have to agree. You don't have to agree with someone to like their content, you know? So appreciate it, man. Some people are just too butthurt. If they disagree with you, they're just really upset about it. Hopefully one day I can get into the mic of Joe Rogan's hands. I got my family out the hood. That'd be awesome, dude. I have a lawn care landscaping business. The hardest thing to do is keep workers. No one wants to work in the heat in Florida. Yeah, dude. I would not be landscaping. I'd be a hobo before I'm landscaping in Florida. That shit's got to be hot. I actually do know about stocks. My best advice to anyone would be learn technical analysis before investing. There you go. Yeah, do a lot of research. But if you really don't feel like doing a lot of research, invest in the S&P 500. Invest in the S&P 500. It's basically a guaranteed return long term. Long term. So, but also, if you have any amount of money, whether it's $100, $500, $10,000, $20,000, open a high yield savings account right this second. There's no drawbacks to it. And right now it's like 4.5%. So you got $100. It's APY. So I don't know exactly how much it would add up to, but it's a good level of interest for no risk. So if you have 100, 500 in a savings account, Google it right now. Open up a high yield savings account right this second. Yeah, I would never want to do a landscaping business. Too much work. Too much work. I hope one day this YouTube channel is a full-time thing. I don't want to do manual labor forever. That shit's daunting on your body. Joey, thoughts on O'Malley versus Pantoja? O'Malley would starch Pantoja badly. Would starch badly. Joey, if I invested my 75 in Roth IRA, how much revenue could I generate in a year or two? It depends, man. It could go either way. But technically you can't. I don't think you can. Are you making any money right now? You have to have earned income to invest in a Roth IRA. As long as you get at least a paycheck, you can invest in Roth IRA. But as long as you're making as much as you're investing. But depending, I don't know. Let's do a growth calculator. Investment return calculator. Let's see. Starting amount $75. Oh, the minimum amount's $100 on the calculator. That's annoying. Additional contribution. Let's say $5 a month. So that's $60 a year. And let's say you get a 4% return. And let's say 5 years. Okay. So that's not really that much there. Let's say 5%, because you can almost get 5% in a high yield savings account right now. So if you start with 100 and you put $60 in a year, which is $5 a month, and you get a 5% return investing in the S&P 500, which you could get more, you could get less. In 5 years, you'll have almost $500. You'll have $459. But let's say you start putting 20 a month. Alexa, stop. Let's say you put 20 a month. Oh, that's annually. Hold on. Let's say you start with 100 and you put $20 a month and you get a 5% interest. Over 5 years, you'll now have $1,500. Now, if you open a Roth IRA, you want to hold on to it for like 30 to 40 years. So let's say 30 years. And let's say you do that same thing, okay? $100 a month or $100 to start, $20 monthly. In 30 years, you'll have $17,000. But think about it, that's the bare minimum. That's really the bare minimum. And about 10,000 of that will be interest accrued. You understand? So, like for example, let's say you start with 100, and let's say after a while, you start putting 50 a month in there, okay? Because you start making a decent paycheck. You put 50 a month in there for 30 years, okay? And you get a 5% interest rate. At the end of that 30 years, you're gonna have $42,000. So, and that's all tax free in a Roth IRA at a certain point, at a certain age. So, and 24,000 of that would be interest earned, versus your contribution would be 18,000. So you would have put 18,000 in, and now you have a 42,000 total balance. So, I try to put at least a decent amount monthly into a Roth IRA, but I also have just a regular stock account as well. Yeah, the stock market crashing doesn't matter long term though. You know what I mean? Like when COVID hit in 2020, that's when I invested hardest into the stock market. I invested hard during COVID. Everything was cheap as hell. And the thing is, that may happen again. There may be other dramatic instances where the stock market crashes. But if you hold on to it, you're in safe investments like the S&P 500. Long term, it always corrects. At least that's 40 years of data. You know? So, anyway. Joe, what's crazy is if I make $5 this year, we will have gotten 100% return on our bloody elbow investment. Exactly. Exactly. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. But long term, an S&P 500 mutual fund, long term, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. There was times where I was down, and now I'm up a massive percentage. But I'm just letting it build. And then maybe when I'm 60 years old, I'll take it out. So, and you can always take out of there too if you need to, a Roth IRA. You can only take out your contributions. So, but the biggest advice I can give you if you're worried about anything, open a high yield savings account. That's it. Open a high yield savings account. Easy, 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 easy. So, if you're really worried about any investments and blah blah blah, find a bank that offers a high yield savings account. Quick Google, easy 5% return with no risk right now. Now that can fluctuate, but easy 5% return. I've had a high yield savings account for years, for literal years. Best decision I ever made. There's zero risk of losing any money, and there's a guarantee of making money. Because basically the whole point of investing to begin with is not to get rich quick. It's if your money is sitting in an account not making anything, you're essentially losing money. Because your $100 today does not have the same buying power as your $100 in 10 years. So essentially that's why people buy CDs, that's why people open high yield savings accounts, and that's why people invest. Because essentially you want your money to grow with the market. But let's get back to MMA because I'm probably going to piss a lot of people off even talking about that. And again, I'm not a financial expert by any means. So, but I will tell you, high yield savings account, if you're worried about anything, open a high yield savings account right now. I tell all my friends, open a high yield savings account. That's most important. Even if you put $5 in it. Thanks for the info. Yeah, dude, now I'm talking about shit I shouldn't be talking about on stream. People are going to be like, dude, I thought this was MMA. I apologize to you guys who don't care. You built up an account from 500 to 57.5K. It's possible. That it is. Western Alliance Bank Savings 5.25 APY. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Any MMA questions, throw them in the chat. Because I know people are getting annoyed right now. I know people are getting annoyed. Where's the MMA? We're getting back to it, dude. Sorry, my friend. Sorry, my friend. I apologize. We got off on a tangent there. So, back to the MMA discussion. Throw the MMA related questions in the chat. I like how we're just bleeding people left and right. They're like, I don't want to hear this shit. For those of you who appreciate it, I appreciate you. but I apologize for those who don't appreciate it. That's one thing I will apologize, because we typically stay on topic on the channel. Who's the 145-pound GOAT now that between Aldo and Volk? I think Volk is. When's Patty getting slept? His next fight. His next fight. Thoughts on Ronnie MMA? I never heard of it. O'Malley versus who? Probably going to be Chito Vera. Feel like you should be able to talk about whatever you want. Don't worry about some children in the comments. I am just as interested in hearing. Yeah, but honestly, I do agree with you. But at the same time, this is an MMA channel. So I don't want to go on a tangent for an hour, you know, about something people are like, well, this isn't what the title is. It's misrepresenting the stream. But either way, I'll talk about whatever I want. I just don't want to spend too long. Nas Silva forever. Max was negative 720. Favorite against Jair. That's wild. Damn, I didn't know that was that big. I think MMA fans and financial advice with rising cost of pay-per-view. That is true, dude. That is very true. But people defend Daddy Dana. They defend Daddy Dana. They said, Daddy Dana, please, we love you, Dana. I didn't know it was that big. Pause. Big pause. Damn, now nobody wants to throw any MMA questions. Everyone's just lurking now. Everyone's just lurking. Is there anybody in here? I'm genuinely curious. Is there anybody in here that absolutely hates the channel right now? You just hate watching the channel. I'm curious. I know there's got to be, dude. The hate watchers are the best watchers. Your channel talk about anything. Thanks for the advice. No problem, man. Even if you got $50, dude, go do it. I highly recommend going to open a high yield savings. There's no downsides to it. There's really no downsides. Yeah, I had to leave. Quick, someone donate. Bernie hates the channel, apparently. Easily my least favorite channel right here. I know, Alex. I've heard that through the grapevine, Alex. You seen Blanchfield being next champ? I think it's too early to tell, but I'll say yeah. I seen your message, Fries. I'll respond after stream. But yeah, you're right. The matching plans. Back now. Spring water or purified? I don't even know, dude. Purified. I'll box anyone for the right amount of money. I'll box Francis Ngannou in PFL tomorrow. And I'll do my damnedest to try to take him out. Does Rob get to a title? No. He never gets to a title ever again. Yeah, fuck this channel. I know there's some haters watching this channel right now. So shout out to AZ. Max Holloway revealed the flagrant that someone called Hawaiian Tourism Authority stopped UFC from coming to Hawaii. That's weird because Bellator goes there. Yeah, I don't buy that. It sounds like some UFC propaganda. I won the Sean O'Malley signed card on MMA holes. Hell yeah, congrats. I don't know what that means, but congrats. Do you think the UFC has a problem with their gloves like some people? I don't know, dude. You and are like the reverse guys on my shoulder, the good one, and you, the bad one. Okay. Hey, man, you said you were a troll turned ace supporter, so I'm happy to have you. We're a community where anybody can say anything, for the most part, within reason. So we're here to have fun discussion about MMA and other things, apparently. I know someone's going to watch this stream later and just be pissed. Be like, what the fuck was this bullshit? Suarez can't ragdoll Whaley or striking his levels above. It'll be interesting. I think Suarez has a size advantage. Jiro O'Malley, new take on his open relationship. It's apparently open for him, but not for Danny because he's the king and pays for everything. That sounds weird to me. Greatest bantamweight fighter of all time. I'm going to go back to, I'm going to say Dominic Cruz. Aljo had the ugliest reign ever. And even though he deserved respect, dude, it's ugly. It's an ugly reign. Piotr Jan could have been. Piotr Jan could have been one of the best. Who do you think Sean will fight? Chito Vera. 100% Chito Vera, I think. 100%. Who's waking up and watching the fights tomorrow? So let's see. It's 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Jose Aldo could have been a GOAT if he went down earlier. That's true, dude. He looked great at bantamweight. Everyone doubted him. I'm going to wake up and watch the fights. I'll probably go to sleep for like 2 hours. Thoughts on WMA getting better? I like a lot of these new girls like Erin Blanchfield. Yeah. I agree. But it's only certain divisions. I love the O'Malley-Yan rematch. Dude, I want the O'Malley-Yan rematch bad. Do you think Aljo got cheated? No. By the ref? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Danny just happy having money. Who's Danny? Who is Danny? Let me take a look. I'm dying. Some of this shit I tweet out's mad funny. That's a mad funny. One of my favorite tweets recently. Dana White slaps his wife. Quote, he was just defending himself. Sean Strickland, women shouldn't work. Women shouldn't work or be able to vote. Strickland's so funny. Ian Gary calls out a guy for flexing about abusing his children. He's so cringe and a wannabe. The MMA community is sick. Oh, that pissed a lot of people off, which was funny. Sean O'Malley UFC 5 cover? I'll say yes. Whose hair was worse, Aljo's or Sean's? Aljo's. Oh, it's O'Malley's wife. I'm dumb. Somebody just said that, and I forgot that quick. There's a real fight. That's the real fight. Unfortunately, I doubt it happens. Jan could for sure win. Jan will win, in my opinion. 100%. He already 30-27'd him. Yeah, Jan versus O'Malley rematch will be fireworks. Honestly, even competitive, but Jan has the cardio advantage. Dude, I would love to see that rematch. I think Jan finishes him. Chelsea Chandler, you mean? Is that who you're talking about? Chelsea Chandler? Is that who you were referring to? I don't know. I don't know if that's what you mean. Did I miss anything else? I don't know. I don't know, guys. We might end the stream soon. It's getting late. We gotta wake up and watch the fights, which I will. I just don't know if I'm streaming because I don't know how many people are going to show up. Let me know. If I start streaming around 6 a.m. Eastern time, who's going to join? If TKZ gets a twister, what would be your reaction? I'd freak out. Nah, bro, I just got here, sucker. I'll be here. Well, I think it'll be kind of funny to stream at that time of day, but Islam versus Usman happens if it later comes to the UFC. I'll be here. I'll tune in. I don't necessarily think you guys are telling the truth. Sinhagen will end that reign. Cheeto, just as much as I like him, I have my doubts. Dude, imagine he takes Cheeto and he loses the Cheeto. Definitely not me. Who's skipping the card completely? How many times will O'Malley defend? Once. Once, oh Archie. Don't you doubt me? Fries, we know you skip all the fights, all right? I'm going to get a filthy wake and bake going. I think you should. I think you should. You hater. Andy's an absolute hater. If you ask me. Don't stream early. I just feel like I'm going to be annoyed as hell if I stream and I got like 6 people in here. I'm going to be heated as hell and be like, damn, this was worthless. Not me, I'm sleeping. I'll watch the co-main and main event if I wake up in time. Fair enough. Fair enough. You should wake up in time for the co-main and main. I got to skip because of work. That does suck. I didn't think about that because it's a Saturday. Are you streaming at 5 a.m.? I'm not streaming at 5, but maybe like 6. I'll be up watching the fights. O'Malley will defend 0 times if you mean his wife getting railed by Cheeto. Okay. Watch it, Joe. You indirectly cut my checks. That is right. I'll be there for the stream, I'm sure. Jungle Mania. Parker Porter's 2 fights from the main event. Can't forget about the GOAT Parker Porter. Can't forget about the GOAT Parker Porter. I think Parker Porter's going to make his way up the ranks and probably become a champ. I think he's going to become a champ one of these days. He's just a hell of a talent, I'll tell you that much. A hell of a talent. I really want to know if somehow Wonderboy saw my video. I really doubt it. It's not like it got a lot of views. It's only got 3,500 views. I would love to know, dude. If he saw that, that'd be so funny. But I'd feel really bad about it. Like, damn, dude. I didn't mean for you to see that. Let's see. Held for review. Show comments that may be offensive. Mad people are mad. That's funny. Let's see. Alright, get rid of that guy. Dude, I think my Ian Gary video might have been the video that pissed the most people off ever. Ever. And somehow it still gained subscribers. Somehow it still gained subscribers. So I'm happy with that. I didn't even want to do that video, but I had to do it. I had to do it. I couldn't accept the narrative that was getting put out there. Can't wait for Rinya debut. Does Dennis show up to fight? No. Wonderboy becoming champ, just watch, doubt it. How do I join the Discord? You got to become a member of the channel. Link is in the description right now. If anybody, you know what? Actually, I'll post it real quick. If anybody wants to join our members Discord where we chat about MMA every single day, okay? It costs $3 a month. You get a loyalty badge next to your name. This is the link. Boom. You get a bunch of benefits. You even get extra live streams for the time being. That's only a perk for now. But if you want to become a member, that's the link to join. And you get a loyalty badge next to your name. So as the channel grows and we get more and more people in here, we have some streams that have 200 and some people in here. So, no, I have my own Discord. I have my own Discord, bro. I don't understand the Ian Gary hate other than his post-fight manners. I don't see anything to seriously hate. Yeah, it's crazy. The Ian Gary hate's overblown from massively. Dude literally beat up an admitted child abuser. Oh, Archie, thank you for the $2 super chat. Cheeto needs KO to beat O'Malley. Yeah, but if it goes long, dude, I don't know if O'Malley has the stamina. I don't know if he has the stamina. But yeah, if you want to join the Discord, that is the link to essentially join the Discord. So, there you go. If the link for the actual Discord and the membership thing is expired, you have to just let me know. So I can give you a new one. Guys, do me a favor and like up the stream. Yeah, do me a favor. Make some noise if you are ready. Who will win Islam? Islam versus Oliveira, probably Islam. Parker Porter versus Chris Dawkins for the belt after Jones retires. I think that makes the most sense. I don't understand the Ian Gary. Okay, I already read that. Best women MMA striker, Roxanne Modafferi or Juliana Miller or Juliana Pena. Definitely Juliana Miller. I believe lost his cardio due to alcohol. Wouldn't surprise me. O'Malley has impeccable stamina. He's never gone 5 rounds, dude. 1 foot in the grave and another on a banana peel. I agree. I don't hate him. I just don't like him. He's trying too hard to be a sloppy seconds McGregor. Fair enough. But the problem with Gary is that he switched up since his last fight. He was so humble, and now he thinks everyone is garbage and he's the best in the division. He's trying to generate excitement. Most of the time, you guys like that type of shit. I don't like it at all. I just think it's crazy the amount of hate he got. Pretty sure what Magny said was tongue in cheek. Well, that's not for you to decide. That can be your opinion. Fair enough. Whatever. But what I heard is what I heard, and I think it's an embarrassment to brag about that, regardless if you meant it or not. You know what I mean? If you're bragging about that with a serious face, and it comes off almost like you mean it, and you're bragging about it at a pre-fight presser, you become accustomed to beating a 3-year-old child. And it just goes to show how dumb the MMA community is. They're like, oh, he didn't mean it. We don't have any evidence to prove that he doesn't mean it. But, yeah. So what are your thoughts on Merab waiting for a shot? He should wait for a shot. He deserves a shot right now. So, O'Malley champ for life, doubtful. Joe, I don't think it's wrong entertainment-wise, but it's fake to me. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of watching his presser, so I don't really know exactly what he's saying, but he's not bragging about beating his children, small, young children. So, at least we can all agree on that's a good thing. We can all agree that's a good... I just can't stop picking up this shillelagh. Joe, do you think the moment when Conor was going gun signs at Dustin, he wanted to shoot him and legitimately threaten him that he'd shoot him? You're going to have to rephrase that. Do you think the moment when Conor was going gun signs at Dustin, he wanted to shoot him and was legitimately threatened that he shoots him? I don't remember that exact moment, but I know Conor was lobbying threats at Dustin Poirier's entire family, and I think it was a piece of shit move. He was literally threatening Dustin's entire family. I made a video about it. Dude was lobbying death threats at his family. So, talking shit about his kids and stuff. And I actually made a video about that, saying it was a piece of shit move. Yes, this is the shillelagh. If you missed it last night, I unveiled it on stream last night. This is the Irish Blackthorn shillelagh. He was posting pictures of Dustin's kids and shit. You know what I mean? Your most anticipated scheduled fight. Hamzat versus Costa. I don't remember the exact instance, but yes, it's a piece of shit move. Was it right after he broke his leg? Joe, if Izzy wins, then who's next? Is it Dricus du Plessis? It should be Dricus du Plessis, but it'll most likely be Hamzat Chimaev if he beats Costa. Do you think... So what is the question there? Yep. I think it's a piece of shit move. I think he's a piece of shit for it, and I made an entire video saying what a piece of shit he was for it. Why do you care about what Magny said? Because it's embarrassing. Didn't you mock Holly? Oh, this bullshit. Did I mock? I didn't mock Holly Holm at all. That's an outright lie. I fully stand with Holly Holm in her stance against whatever it may be. She's never fully expressed what it is, whether it's the church, whether it's anything. And I've made that pretty clear on every live stream where people have asked about it, but I'm not discussing it anymore because it's just stupid. It's just stupid. Holly Holm's never been specific about what she's talking about, but whether it's the church, whether it's anyone else, any other group she's familiar with or hanging out with, where it's being something like that is being allowed to happen, which again, she didn't specify exactly what she's talking about. I hope she stands up to it. She should be up there. She should be out there criticizing Neil Magny right now. She's not. So I think she's a hypocrite. So, now you're just posting lies. This is straight up lies. This is straight up lies. And you're a weirdo for that, dude. You're making up lies. You're making up lies in the chat. But yeah, I think Holly Holm's a massive hypocrite. I would agree with you. No outrage for the Neil Magny lines. Where's she at? Where's she at right now? So, for me, I keep my views consistent, okay? So, a Scientologist. I'm not super familiar with that. I know it's like a weird religion of some sort. But, John George, I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're messaging there. But what's a bigger shock, Strickland beating Izzy or Pena beating Amanda? I think Strickland beating Izzy would be crazier. But, what's up, Joey? Everyone hit the like button. Yeah, if you guys can like the stream, I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I think to go back to that, I really think Holly Holm should have came out and criticized Neil Magny. Am I from NH? No. Which veteran except Stipe Miocic do you think has the best chance to be champ? None. I can't think of anything. John George is from New Hampshire. There you go. Bro, which card is better, 293 or 289? 289 because that is Charles Oliveira versus Beneil Dariush, which was an amazing matchup. So, Strickland beating up randoms that show up to his gym again. Is he really? I did not know that. Sounds about a Strickland type thing to do. Thoughts on you versus Braxton Smith? If I can survive the first 30 seconds, I easily win. It's all about surviving the first 30 seconds, not getting clipped with a shot. Because dude has the worst gas tank I've ever seen in my entire life. But Joey, I never really understood your Holly Holm thing. What did you like that she did? That's a myth, bro. The stream is up on the channel. I never said I didn't like anything about what Holly Holm said. That's a straight up myth, dude. Everything I've ever posted on the channel is on the channel. You're free to go watch it anytime. If you want to believe a weird myth that people are just spreading around to talk shit, I mean, I don't personally care. They can say and think what they want. It doesn't make it true. So, just really bizarre. It's bizarre, dude. But if you want to believe trolls, do you believe trolls? Every stream, every video that I've ever done on the channel is up on the channel. You can find it in its entirety. And you can easily go use critical thinking and figure out what's true and what's not true. So what you're regurgitating right now is completely not true. So I'd recommend going to figure it out for yourself. So Charles exposed Beneil badly. That he did, dude. And I knew he was going to. Oliveira looked unbelievably good in that fight. And just bashed Beneil in. So what's next for your boy, the Action Man? I don't know, dude. He's going to be sitting on the sidelines for a little bit. I don't know. So, I don't know. We'll have to see when he's healthy, and then we can come up with a solution or a fight for him. I'm going to try to talk to him soon. I'm not trying to troll. I'm trying to ask. Well, I've told you the answer, dude. It's just not true. It's just flat out false. So, and you can go watch the stream for yourself. Somebody just made that up to troll, dude. They're trolling with that shit. It's just completely not true. So, why don't you take credit for your Holly Holm Ronda prediction? Because I didn't really believe it. I made the prediction, but I didn't believe it. Joe, you're the only YouTuber I've known who notices how bad Michael Chandler fangirls over Conor and how disgusting it is. Dude, it really is disgusting. It's horrifically disgusting. It's embarrassingly disgusting. If Max wins, do you think he will fight for the belt again or Topuria? He will fight for the belt as soon as Volk leaves the division for good. But I don't know when Volk will ever leave the division for good. Will anyone in the top 5 at welterweight... Will anyone in the top 5 at welterweight, again, the most stagnant division? I have no idea. If you mean will they fight each other? Absolutely no idea. No idea. The problem with Beneil is he's close to the end of his prime. He said he could see it. His body wasn't reacting. It's the first thing that happens with decline. Dude, he's looked slow forever. He's always looked slow, dude. He was getting beat up by Jakar Close, and he got to come from behind KO victory. I don't know how people were picking Beneil over Charles. I could not believe people were picking that. Craziness, in my opinion. What's next for Max after TKZ, Aljo, Evloev? Aljo's probably going to fight Umar Nurmagomedov. Evloev hopefully fights Ortega. Max, I have no idea. Match make the welterweight division regardless of teams. I'll give you a couple. Shavkat versus Colby. Bilal versus Leon. Usman versus... Damn, I wanted Usman versus Hamzat. So we'll go Leon versus Bilal. Kamaru versus Gilbert Burns 2. Colby versus Shavkat. Wonderboy versus Renat Fakhretdinov. Jeff Neal versus Sean Brady. And there you go. There's a bunch of matchups. Now, I thought Charles would smoke him. Charles Islam at the moment is like Izzy, Rob, Volk, Max, Usman, Colby. Not going to lie, I like Ortega's chances against Evloev. I don't. Ortega's just a ranking squatting bum. I used to like Chandler. He was literally a hair away from being champ. Barely made mistakes in that fight, but now it seems like he's entertainer with no champ mentality like Kevin Holland. Basically, you're right. Gun to your head, does Umar become champ? It's too early to tell. So, it's too early to tell, but I'll say yeah. If Li Jingliang returns from his injury, who should he fight? To be honest, I just don't care. He's never going to be the elite of the elite. He can just fight anyone. Renat Fakhretdinov. Sure, throw him in there with Renat. Brian Battle. What Magny said seemed like a metaphor. I don't care what it seemed like. To me, it seemed like he was bragging about beating his 3-year-old son. That's what it seemed. That's what the words meant that he said. And unless he tells me otherwise or there's evidence to suggest otherwise, I'm just going to take him literally. Bilal versus Gilbert 2. Joey, I don't know if we need to see that again. I like that fight. Didn't Evloev get exposed? No. Seeing how much trouble Diego Lopez gave Evloev, dude, it was a short notice fight, and Lopez is a savage. Joe, what 2 fighters on the card fought each other this year? You won't get it first name drop. On this card? On this card, I know exactly who it is. It's Nakamura. Hold on. I'll tell you in a second. Let me click on the card. It's Rinya Nakamura versus Toshimi Kazama, I believe. There you go. Yep, that is it. Where's the prize money at? Chael hates Charles with a passion and milks that shit for views. Yeah, Chael's a weirdo. For welterweight, I would do Usman Shavkat, Leon Bilal, Ian Gary, Wonderboy, Colby Burns. I like that matchup still. I love him. Okay, thought you were casual. I'm waiting for my prize money now. It was the first guess. I already knew that one. Dude, my stepmom got one of my buddies arrested in the parking lot of my job for smoking a joint in his car, and that was my guy's ride home. Dude, that's embarrassing, dude. What the hell? Why is she calling the police for someone smoking weed? Jeff Neal starts with Sean Brady? Well, book it. We need to expose some of these frauds in the top 10. Is Errol Hawani a YouTube boxing shield? Yes, he is. I think he gets checks cut by Jake. I'm not even going to say his name. Jake the YouTuber. I'm not even going to say his full name. Not even going to say it. So. What an effing Karen. Damn. That's embarrassing. I'm more embarrassed for, that's really embarrassing. What 4 fighters on this card fought each other in 2021? 4 fighters fought each other. Dude, your stepmom's an embarrassment. But Ryan Spann and Anthony Smith and who else? What 4 guys fought each other in 2021? I don't know the other one. Grabbing dude by the ear and taking him to the cops, yeah. He's a threat to the community. Arrow couldn't even keep Nick in the press conference. How should he get paid? I don't know. Joey, what should these people fight next? O'Malley, Yan, Merab, Aljo. It should be O'Malley versus Merab, Yan versus Aljo 3, Cejudo versus Umar, Sanhagen. Heal up for a while. And Cheeto, I don't know. Choi and Caceres. Okay. Dude was just chilling in his car, and I know the guy. It was so embarrassing, bro. And she was like pointing to the joint in his car, and the police officer. So he got arrested. They're really arresting people for smoking a joint. Why didn't you warn him? Like text him, like, yo, get rid of that joint or pull out of the parking lot. My stepmom called the cops. But good call. Choi and Caceres fought each other. I missed that one. It sucks 293 straight up asshole. Straight up asshole. Does O'Malley beat Caceres? Probably. I think we see Jan Aljo 3. That's the fight I want. I need Jan to rectify that wrong. I need Jan to rectify that one. Umar versus Cejudo, yes. I don't have his socials, but in retrospect, I would have told him to dip. Now I feel like a dumbass. Dude, he got legit arrested. Dude, your stepmom's a piece of shit. I wish I could beat her over the head with a shillelagh and get away with it. Umar versus Cejudo would be epic. I think they should. Joey, is weed legal in Maryland? I'm not sure exactly what the laws are, but pretty much. Prego results coming in within the next couple days. Dude, that's crazy. Hopefully it's not yours, Jack. Yeah, it's unfortunate. 293 is one of the worst pay-per-views of the year. Yeah, but apparently you're not allowed to complain about that, dude. You're not allowed to call out a pay-per-view card for being shit. You're not allowed to call out a pay-per-view card. Umar and O'Malley could be like Khabib Conor versus reverse radio waves. Could very well be. Could very well be. I would never stick my... Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy, Jack. Shout out to all the real channel supporters in the chat tonight. Jack, Patty, Jerry. The real true supporters who actually like the channel. Not the haters. Not the haters. Anton Turkalj featured fight worth my $85. Ew. Anton Turkalj, isn't he on a 2-fight losing streak? Ew. Joe, what's your thought on the Huntington Beach bad boy? I can't stand Tito Ortiz. He's actually really annoying. But I haven't heard from him for years, so I don't know what he's up to now. But he would never shut up in the past. Joey, should Song Yadong versus Rob Font be rebooked for UFC Shanghai, China? Dude, I don't know. I think Song Yadong beats the breaks off of Rob Font. But sure, why not rebook it? Why not rebook it? But they're never going to China. Yeah, they're never going to China. They keep saying that. They never will. I know they've already been there before. They're not going anytime soon. That's Dana White selling wolf tickets. That's old Dana White selling wolf tickets. Could Yadong be the first guy to TKO Font? Font's never been TKO before. That's crazy, dude. Yes, he will be the first guy to TKO him. Font is fast and powerful. Fast and powerful. I say Song versus Merab. That's a true test for both of them. Dude, I think Song's a future champion. I'm going to be honest. He's so young. He's so well-rounded. He's so powerful. He's so athletic. Alex versus Yuri for the interim belt. I don't think it'll be for the interim. If Sugar can become champ, I know Yanez can make a wicked comeback. Maybe. Maybe not. Yanez was one of those guys I thought would be a future champ for a while. But now I'm kind of off of it. Song is definitely future champ in my opinion, only 25. Did Jamal even vacate? Not technically, but yes. I think what they're going to do is they're going to book the fight and they're going to say the second these guys are in the cage, Jamal has vacated. That's what they're going to say. Early prediction, Volkov beats Ty by second round body kick. Okay, we'll see. It'll be interesting. Yadong versus Aldo would have been a banger. Agreed. But Yadong versus Aldo in his prime would have been crazy. Would have been craziness. Imagine in their primes. That'd have been sick, bro. Aldo looks so good at 135. Everyone thought he was going to be horrible. Be absolutely horrible. And sure enough, he was able. Just checking something out real quick. Where are we at here? Okay. We're only going to go for a little bit longer. Dana White, every interview, we're not in China yet, but the UFC Performance Center, I know. That's what he does. He talks about everywhere. The fact that he's only 25 is already elite in almost every aspect is fucking wild. I know. He's only going to get better, too. I'm not a wrestling guy, but someone posted Bray Wyatt passed away. I saw that, dude. That's sad as hell. Only 36 years old. Dana White, every interview. Yeah, I already read that. I take Song Yadong over Umar. Me too, probably. Most likely, me too. Most likely, me too, my friend. Who has Song beat? I think he has a win over Cheeto. Had a close fight with... had a very close fight with Corey Sandhagen. So, isn't it funny that Yadong's dream opponent is Connor? That is crazy. Joey did not imply Holloway Home got... Oh, I'm not even saying that out loud. That is a lie. It's 3 hours and 25 seconds in a Vera Sandhagen companion. She talked about child trafficking. He just responded to her, don't slander him. There you go. There you go. NKS has some critically thinking, has some research ability. Yeah, dude, all I said was, I wonder what she's talking about. She is the preacher's daughter, which we know what is critically, you know, there's a lot of critical things said about churches in general. I'm not talking about necessarily her church. I'm not talking about anything like that. And it was a cringe interview before that point as well, which a lot of people point to and say, oh, he called her cringe. Horribly cringe interview even before that point. But thank you, NKS, for using your critical thinking skills and easily looking at the evidence instead of some weirdos just saying, oh, he said this, he said that, when it's clearly up on the channel. You know what I mean? You can go fact check it for yourself, and it's just not true. So, but people just want to be weird. People like to just make up shit to troll. At the end of the day, I don't care. That's a weird, disgusting thing to make up. But at the end of the day, very bizarre. How are you going to wake up for the card? I'm always awake anyway. So I'll probably be up. The only problem I'm going to have is making my post-fight tomorrow. Because I'm not going to be able to think straight. UFC never coming back to Minnesota? Yeah. The young eagle will rise. We'll see. I feel if Aljo pressured more kind of like Khabib did to Edson, Aljo would have been dominated. That's all water under the bridge now. I don't know, dude. The footwork of O'Malley was looking pretty good. Dude got a time. I'm done. NKS went and got the timestamp and everything. Shout out to NKS. Look, it's just trolls making up shitty stuff. They're just weirdos. That's probably some shit they think in their real lives. Did you watch Shane Burgos fight? I did not. I really don't care about Shane Burgos. People hype him up. I really don't care. He's not even like a middle of the pack fighter in the UFC. He was like bottom of the barrel, low level at UFC fighter. That's a bit of an exaggeration. Maybe like somewhere between low level and mid range. But yeah. Joey, post fight, UFC needs to cut Anthony Smith for sure. For sure. Can this card be like the Canadian card where every Asian wins? Jadavicius was a dog and so is Zombie. Maybe, we'll say. Daniel Santos versus Daniel Marcos is booked for Sao Paulo card. I'm picking Santos confidently. That's a decent fight. Pressure takes away footwork, though. Eventually, Sean would have got caught in the corner. Yeah, but all I'm at it. I think Aljo made a massive mistake. But I'm not going to say he wouldn't have got caught anyway. The problem with Burgos for me is that people think he's 2019 Burgos when he's really been washed. The problem with Burgos is people think every UFC fighter that goes to another organization is the top dog in that organization. There is plenty of other good fighters, high-level fighters in the organization. So, in other organizations. So people are like, oh, Shane Burgos this, Shane Burgos that. It's just not true. How heavy is your shillelagh? It's not that heavy at all. It's probably like 3 pounds maybe. Hey, Joey, I love the content. What would you say is the most important fight tomorrow? For me, it's Blanchfield-Santos. Blanchfield versus Santos. 100% Blanchfield versus Santos. Burgos will be on UFC like Neil Magny, perfect gatekeeper. Okay. There's an Asian chick fighting JJ Aldridge. Her chances of winning in the homeland. I don't think she wins. She leaves her chin exposed way too much. Na Liang. What's up, Mason? Joey, real question. Someone breaks in your house, you beating them with your shillelagh? Like, real quick. 100%. 100%. Beating them with the shillelagh. I don't care if it breaks, dude. I'm 100% just whooping their ass bad. Whooping their ass bad. This thing's beautiful. This thing is absolutely beautiful. Look at this thing. Boom. Oh, yeah. There's in its full glory. So there you go. How's life in Baltimore? Good. The Giga kick. TKZ fight. Ew. Ever heard of a channel Guru the Musical? No. Giga versus Edson. Great scrap. Yeah, that was a good fight. Women's UFC could go away tomorrow and I'd be okay. Okay? If only finish a dude with shillelagh or Boston Crab, what you picking? Boston Crab. I'm at work until 6 a.m., so I'll be able to watch the card after work. Good. Good for you, bro. Joey, I heard there are good culinary programs in Baltimore. I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy. Imagine if blank came to the UFC. It would have been crazy. I don't know who that is. UFC Singapore's in 6 hours. I may or may not stream it. Aaron versus Talia is an exciting fight. It's the best fight on the card, in my opinion. Giga versus Allen or Emmett? What are you asking? Which one I would prefer? Giga versus Allen. I'll see you in a couple hours. Fair enough. MVP is a beast. Joey, what UFC fighter would you benefit most from bringing a shillelagh into the octagon? Ian Gary. Because he's Irish, the power of it would be exponential. Anthony Smith going to win? I wanted to pick him. I feel like all logic points to him, but nah, I had to pick Ryan Spann. I think Anthony Smith's done. Muay Thai legend. MVP's a striking monster. Yeah, but dude, he's super one-dimensional. Honestly, you shouldn't stream it. You're going to get like 20, 30 viewers. I may or may not. I haven't decided yet. We'll see about that. It could get more viewers because there's going to be less people streaming it. Bare minimum, I'll stream at least the main card. But I haven't decided yet. MVP fights Cans, and when he didn't, he loses. So, let's see. You see MVP's last fight where he blew? Yes, I did. PMF belt, Patty versus Wonderboy. I hope Smith wins to shut up the trolls. Okay. Imagine not one Asian wins tomorrow and they go back for Jung versus Shannon where an Asian has to win that one. I don't think they're ever going back. They're never going to China again, dude. They're in Singapore. That's why. I hope Holloway, Spann, Chikadze, Nakamura, Blanchfield, Tafa, Cortez, Armfield, and Jakawani. Fair enough. The real question is, I think I'm going to give away the Tapology belt weekly now. So Jack's kind of getting screwed. I think what I'm going to do is, even if we're not doing a competition, I'm going to give away the Tapology belt on Discord. I haven't decided yet. I may not do that, so don't hold me to it. I'm bouncing for now. I'll see you in James' Discord. Don't let the lies get to you. Sometimes people want the other guy to be wrong and read shit in. Hey, man. Look, people can lie. People are going to lie all the time. I don't care. But I appreciate you having my back, my friend. Appreciate you having my back. Imagine I wake up and see the worst fighter card of all time. That'd be annoying as hell. I thought Pedro Munoz's shins were hard then they saw MVP. I don't know what that means. I think Whaley versus Shannon will be happening in Singapore, maybe. Joey, how is Singapore Fight Night better than 293? I don't know, dude. 293 is just horrific. Absolutely horrific. Joe, of course, when I win the belt, you want to strip me. Am I some Aljamain Sterling to you or some Leon Edwards to you? Disrespectful. Yeah, I'm going to criticize you nonstop, Jack, when you win the belt. Nonstop. Nonstop. Guys, I made an entire dedicated video to UFC 293. To UFC 293. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys all would go check it out. Make sure you double check and make sure you like this stream. Make sure you double check and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. But look, here's the video I did for UFC 293. I will be live at some point for UFC Singapore. I'm not sure what time yet. Joe, I saw it today. Joey, it was great. I sent it to my cousin who is new into MMA. Dude, tell him to subscribe to the channel if you want to have him to be educated about the sport. But yeah, go check out the video. Do me a favor. Everyone go watch the UFC 293 video in its entirety. Like it and comment on it. If you want to help boost the channel, boost it in the algorithm, do me a favor. Go watch the 293 video. It's a great video, by the way. It's a great video. So appreciate every single one of you guys for joining me for this stream. We talked about a litany of topics. And I appreciate you guys very much. Good night, goodbye, and I will see you in a few hours for the UFC Singapore stream at some point. At least I'll be doing the main card, bare minimum. So I'm out of here. Goodbye. Alexa, video.